So yeah, y'all, thank you for watching the video today. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, like and share. And I'll be back with another one. If y'all want to hear more story times or you want some advice about something, make sure to drop it down below in the comment section. And I'll see you next time. Fit check, shoes, pants, and me. Oh, let me take this off. Okay, now I'm ready. All right, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Talk With Me E, aka the new luxury girl next door. That's my new name. If you're wondering where this new tag came from, I'm the luxury girl next door, whatever. The reason why I changed my name, because people have been asking me, is because I like nice things, but I'm also like the girl next door. You can relate, right? Right? Okay, so today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna have a more so of a story time than anything else. So yeah, just stick with me. And also story time / dating 101. We're back. Advice column. Yes. So, you know, your girl's been out here dating or whatever. Well, dating as much as I can where I live. I live in the Midwest, so the options are not just hot and there's not a plethora. So if you know, come at me correctly, respectfully, can hold a conversation, I may be open to going on a date or two with you, depending on the first encounter and interaction goes, okay? So I went, so I started dating and trying to be open-minded, and I just realized, sheesh, man, what are we doing? What are y'all doing? Like, what's going on? Like, what's really happening? Why is it happening? How are we not seeing it? What's the disconnect? So many questions. So I started dating, went on a date with this guy, literally went on one date. He was very unorganized not every time, because we only dated like very shortly, like not even 3 weeks, like barely 3. I knew him for almost 3 weeks going on to 4. It was very short. We went on a date one time. It was cool. Conversation was good. It was flowing. Some hit or miss parts or whatever. Okay. That's the first date. Did we ever make it to a second? No, we did not. He was very unorganized. He would double book things. So I went to one date with him, and then we hung out in the evening time at a lounge another time. That was it. And then he proceeded to tell me that that was a second date. Sir, I'm going to need you to step your game up. And if you are dating someone who would think that's a second date, that's good. But stay with them, not with me. Thank you. Yeah, the conversation is very lackluster. It started off good. He had all this energy the first week. He was saying so much, was calling, and then it died down fast. I mean fast. It was like here, and then it just went like that. Like a roller coaster, but it didn't go back up. It was... And then like going on week 2, only knew him for 2 weeks. He was asking to come to my house. My house. Like, sir, I've known you for 2 weeks. Why do you need to come inside my house? Please tell me. And so after the third time of me saying no, he didn't ask again. He got the hint. But then I was just like, yeah, it was very unorganized, unmotivating, not giving, very much rushing. Oh, we dated maybe a little bit before we dated. He was like, oh, what if I asked you to be my girlfriend after a week? I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong, you know. I get it, I do. But after a week, like, what are we rushing for? What's happening? And then I don't understand this. Guys, please tell me, why do y'all say y'all like someone after just meeting them? Oh, I like you. I like you so much. Oh, I like you. When you're really trying to say, I'm very attracted to you. I think you are beautiful. Oh my gosh, your smile, those eyes, your hair's freshly done, the way you present yourself, like, you are gorgeous. Why don't y'all just say you're gorgeous instead of I like you? Make it make sense. Like, let's use a vocabulary that we learned. Like, How do you like me if you don't know me? Oh, well, I don't mean I like you. I mean, like, I like the way you look. Okay, well, then say that. You're so pretty to me. You're just so beautiful. I could stare at you all day. It gets to be a little corny, but, you know. So, like, yeah, it was a lot of that. Remind you, we're only in 2 weeks. The second time we were supposed to go on a date, he double booked. The date got canceled. He didn't even cancel it in a good way. So, communication, not good. Basically, it's more so like, hey, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing A through G. Okay, so the date we're supposed to go on this evening is not going to happen. Oh, well, let me get through G and finish and see how I'm feeling, and I'll let you know. Because who is somebody's plan B's? And after he said that, I continued on about my day. Like, you ain't got to let me know. You good. Like, what's going on, y'all? Man, what is going on? Or maybe that was his way. Maybe I'm not reading in between the lines, right? Maybe I'm the drama. Maybe that was his way of saying, I'm not interested on going on this date later. So I'm just going to vaguely say something and leave it open in the air in case my mood changes. Men, is that what he was saying? Women, females. What, do I need to read in between the lines? Was that it? Or was he just bad at communicating? Because anyway, so yeah. And after basically that, everything else kind of died down. Because it's like, sir, you're not serious. Like, and I don't know what you thought was about to happen with you asking to come over multiple times. And y'all, guess what time he would ask me to come over? Guess what time he asked me to come over? After 8:30. So going on 9 p.m. And we do not live up the street from each other. Like, sir. And what kills me for the men that we date is when they be like, oh, well, we're adults, and if we don't want anything to happen, then nothing's going to happen. What's the problem with hanging out at night? Like, sir, I wasn't born yesterday. Those are booty call hours. And I know some people say, oh, booty call hours are like midnight and on. No, if the sun is coming down, you trying to hang out, and you know I got to be up by 5:30 the next day, do the workout and working, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm straight. No, thank you. Oh, you thought I was feeling you? I'm okay. I'm not trying to be nobody's lunch, second plan B option, none of that. I'm okay. Y'all, so yeah, basically after, my hair is really long. Okay, so basically after that, it dwindled down. Communication, I just kind of wasn't even feeling the communication anymore. I didn't want to try. I was already trying and being open-minded when I started that date or getting to know that person. Yeah, so he would hit me up. I wouldn't really respond, or then I would respond. We weren't, and that's the thing too, the conversation. Y'all, the conversation, it started off, like I said, everything started off good and dwindled fast like that, okay? The conversation will get to be a point where we're talking literally in circles about the same thing, different day. How are you doing? Did you eat today? How was work? Anything exciting happen? Oh, you went and worked out. That was it. I got everything going on in the world right now. That's it. Yeah, no. So maybe he wasn't trying to date me. Maybe he was just trying to act like he was trying to date me and then trying to get me to come over, or like he come over and he can try to make his move. But I would have felt bad because it would have been an elbow. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, sir. Don't do it to yourself. Yeah, y'all, I don't be playing no, I don't be playing them games, okay? Because I feel like when people start to play games or don't say anything, lines can get blurred or crossed, and then it's a whole situation. So before we even get into that situation, let's use our words. Let's say what we want, and just say what you want in a very respectful manner. Say what you need. What are you looking for? Not me. Okay, cool. Me, what's up? Simple. At least, I mean, you know, Lauryn Hill always says it could all be so simple, but yet why is it so complicated? Why is it so complicated, y'all? So yeah, the way that situation ended, basically, like I said, I didn't really keep responding to his texts like that. After I didn't hear from him for like 3 days, well, I mean, was I really pressed to hear from him? After I didn't hear from him for about like 3 days, or he didn't reach out, I just went ahead and deleted his contact, deleted the text messages, done, okay? Because, I mean, it wasn't nothing coming out of it. And then I had a conversation with him because I was like, I'm not going to be the girl that just disappears and doesn't say anything. I'm going to explain to you why. He told me this when we first started talking, holding conversation. I don't know why I'm single. I've dated a couple of girls and just don't seem to work out. So I said, you know, I'm going to be the girl to let you know why it's not working out. And maybe moving forward, you can do something different. Had a conversation with him. In the middle of the conversation, he was like, oh, well, I'm still at work. I'm going to leave soon, so I'll call you back so we can finish. Called me back in the midst, you know, we were just having that conversation 10 minutes ago. Call me back and act like we never had the conversation. He was just talking, trying to crack jokes. And I'm like, so we're not going to finish the conversation? Another red flag. Yeah, no, it's a no for me. Clearly. So, yeah. So, yeah, like 3 days later, I deleted his contact. He reached out to me. By the time he reached out to me, and then he was like, he hit me up at like 11 talking about, what are you doing? Clearly, if you know me, then you know. I was asleep. I was in my PJs and in bed, okay? All right. Then a week goes by. I've already deleted his contact. He hits me up. I'm out with my friends bowling or whatever. And he's like, oh, I hit you up. You never replied back. I guess you're not interested. You're not. No, thank you. If it's been a week and you haven't heard anything, am I just going to be like, oh, I had so much going on. I'm interested. Like, let's read the signals. Clearly, I'm not interested and you're not interested. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, we all don't mesh like that. That's all right. And so then I said, who, you know, I did with the comeback. And I was like, who is this? So he put, never mind, right? Okay, cool. Was still out with my friend. Then later, like maybe 2-3 hours later, at like 1 in the morning, 1 something, he decides to text me. He's like, hey, do you want to come to this lounge with me? Make it make sense. Where's the disconnect that we're not understanding? You just told me never mind. Now you invited me out. So yeah, y'all, that's my story time with Dating 101. I would definitely say for my advice, because it's an advice column too. If you're not learning, if maybe you're not currently dating, but your friends are dating, learn from their situations and pinpoint the mistakes whenever they're telling you a mistake. I mean, don't just try to judge them, but if you're seeing the red flags that they clearly were not catching, keep that, make a mental note and keep that right back here in your cerebellum or cerebrum, whatever, your cranium. Keep that back here in your cranium, okay? Make mental notes, red flags. For my situation, red flags are just point factors, I guess, of this is probably not going to work. The communication, especially talking in circles. He was so interested the first week and then that died down quickly. I mean, come on now, a week, if you can't even last after that, like, what are we talking about? And then you wanted me to allegedly be your girlfriend, or, oh, well, if I asked you to be my girlfriend soon, like, the rushing, that was another point. Like, him thinking he took me on 2 dates when it really was just one, like, standards, baby, raise them. That was another point, okay? The double booking, that was another point. Not communicating that things happen or you forgot until the very last minute, another point. So many points adding up so fast within like 3 weeks. We'll just say 3 weeks. And I'm not even done with all the points. So yes, notice your red flags. Keep your boundaries up. Stay within your boundaries. As he was asking to come over multiple times, I'd have been like, you know what? Let me just let him come over. Only imagine what would have happened. I mean, I don't know. Maybe nothing wrong at all. We probably just would have watched movies or whatever. Then he would have left. I don't know because, you know, whatever. But if he would have made a move, see, that's a whole situation. Now I got to That's a whole situation. Like, why are we doing that? So, red flags, notice the red flags. Keep your boundaries, your healthy boundaries up. Be very vocal, but in a respectful way. You don't have to be rude or curse anybody out. But be vocal about what it is that you're want or comfortable with. And then really, I mean, that standards list that you make or what you're looking for, don't sway too far from it. Those are my 4 advice tips for this column, okay? Red flags, healthy boundaries, be vocal in a respectful way, and don't sway too far from your standards list. It's there for a reason. You wrote it for a reason. Stick to it. And that person, they may not meet all 10, but they might meet 8.5 of it. They'll come.